Children, so far we have read that Douglas E. developed a deep fear of water when he was around 3-4 years old. He went to California beach with his father, and there he felt that he was almost drowned in the water. Then when he became 10-11 years old, he decided to learn swimming. He was feeling almost at ease when the misadventure happened. This misadventure had a deep impact on him. It gave him fear for water forever. This misadventure, it deprived him of the joy of swimming, boating, canoeing. It ruined his all the fishing trips. He could not go near any water body for any of the activity. Now Douglas is grown up. He wants to enjoy various water sports, various water activities, and for this he decides to hire an instructor. Let's read about that. He says, I used every way I knew to overcome the fear of water, but it held me firmly in its grip. Finally, one October, I decided to get an instructor and learn to swim. He said, I went to a pool and practiced 5 days a week, an hour each day. The instructor, he put a belt around me. A rope attached to the belt went through a pulley that ran on an overhead cable. He held on to the end of the rope, and we went back and forth across the pool, hour after hour, day after day, week after week. And on each trip across the pool, a bit of the panic seized me, but each time the instructor relaxed his hold on the rope, and I went under some of the old terror, it returned and my legs froze. It was 3 months before the tension, it began to slack, it began to loose. Then he taught me to put my face under water and exhale, and to raise my nose and inhale. I repeated this exercise hundreds of times. Bit by bit, I shed part of the panic that seized me, that captured me when my head went under water. So what did Douglas do? He hired an instructor in the month of October. How did the instructor train him? See, this is an overhead cable, and this is a pulley that ran on the cable. Instructor, he put a belt around Douglas, and to this belt a rope was attached. This is an overhead cable, this is a pulley. Now instructor, he gave Douglas a belt, and a rope was attached to this belt. One end of the rope, it was attached with the pulley, and one end of the rope is in the hands of the instructor. So when Douglas, he moves back and forth in the water, the rope also goes with him. One end of the rope is in the pulley and one end is in the hands of the instructor. So this way, Douglas was all safe in the water. This gave him confidence that he would not be drowned in the water. So this is the first exercise that Douglas was given by the instructor, moving back and forth in the water with the help of the rope. Do remember, one end of the rope is attached with the pulley and other end of the rope is in the hands of the instructor. Second exercise that the instructor gave to Douglas was inhale and exhale, how to breathe in and breathe out. He said he repeated the exercise several times, and then the fear was slowly going away, and he was beginning to feel relaxed in the water. Third exercise, he said, next he held me at the side of the pool and made me kick water with my legs. So far we remember whenever Douglas is in the water, his legs were frozen with fear. And third exercise that the instructor gave to Douglas, it was kicking the water with the legs. For weeks, I did just that. For weeks,